And last question, innocent cognitive errors and myths.
Yeah.
You mentioned there is a willful misunderstanding of history that promotes oppression and violence. But oftentimes, we also have many people who are not willfully misunderstanding history. Let me put it this way. We're born into modern narratives that are tinged with myths. Unlearning them requires a lot of effort from us, a lot of comfort with being disrupted and with being uncomfortable, right? It requires a lot of epistemic workout, so to speak. And when you're born into these narratives, the narratives that construct your identity, and when narratives demonize the original inhabitants of land, you're prone to making what can be called innocent cognitive errors, meaning they're not necessarily on purpose or willful. How do you think we should have a conversation with those who are carrying these myths as innocent cognitive errors, with people who are unintentionally believing in these narratives and are very comfortable with them? Do you have any pedagogical strategies, any rewarding moments that you had, any
Well,
conversations
yeah.
you had with
First of all,
the
I have a whole folder.
yeah?
This is the most rewarding folder I have of people saying to me after I read your book,
I
after I read
didn't
your
know this.
books
I
and so
see.
on.
I
I
see.
used to be an ardent Zionist. I used to, so definitely, if you succeed through professional acumen, through being patient with explaining to do that, it's
Mhm.
very rewarding, even if it happens to one person, let alone if it
I
happens to
know,
quite a
exactly.
few of them. So I can
So it
say
has
from,
happened. It has
yeah, yeah,
happened
well,
through the
from
idea of the myth.
exactly. I'm 70 years old and I can say it's rewarding. It is rewarding and it doesn't happen immediately, but it happens. People are, and it's an optimistic view about humanity that it's able
Absolutely.
to
Absolutely.
digest. I mean, the most moving emails I have are from people who are in their 80s and 90s who says, it may be too late and at this stage to say to you, but after it's the first year after 85 years that I see things differently. So it's never even too late for that to happen. No, no, I think it's the one thing I would say just from with this I will finish pedagogical point of view is it's an accumulative effort, and
That's
it doesn't happen immediately, and it takes patience, and you don't reap the dividends immediately, and
yeah.
sometimes maybe the dividends would be there without you knowing later on. But it's so
That's
always
true.
ask yourself not what have you achieved, have you done enough? And that's true for any kind of activism, including intellectual activism. Yeah.
Fantastic answer, because it also answered the question that I had from is it rewarding? And you mentioned it is rewarding, but it has a different fabric. The reward has a very potent, like a different genre, which is slow. You might not even know it's happening. And so it's not always smears. Good things
No, no,
happen. And
no,
the
no,
folder of
not always. Yeah,
emails are
no.
also there for you to show that.
Yeah,
Dr.
oh, absolutely,
I don't
absolutely.
know how to thank you for today. I am all
Thank you, Nassim.
gratitude.
Thank you.